Doki Doki Amor Fati. This is Doki Doki Literature Club fan mod that is not affiliated in any way with Team Salvato. It is designed to be played only after the official game has been completed and contains spoilers for the official game. Game files for Doki Doki Literature Club are required to play this mod and can be downloaded for free at blah 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 or on Steam. By playing Doki Doki Amor Fati, you agree that you have completed Doki Doki Literature Club and accept any spoilers contained within. Yeah, I agree. Warning, the following mod contains graphic depictions of death, suicide, sexual violence, and hand-holding. They're not kidding. Of which may get your Twitch or YouTube channel or whatever taken down if you were streaming this. Don't worry, it's recorded. Is this content you're okay with? If you're streaming this, I highly suggest you say no. I'm a grown-ass man who can handle this. I don't know if you can handle this. I can handle this. So, yeah, this is not even an official game. I'm going to another to the zone. Doki Doki Literature Club. Amor Fati. So in case that introduction didn't tell you, this mod gets kind of dark after a while. And, like, in a way that's a little more... Well, I don't know if it's a little more real than the original, but, like, it's a little more serious. I know it crosses some lines that the original game doesn't. And at some point there are going to be at least one video where I have to, like, flag it as 18+. So heads up for that. I kind of know what happens in this mod, I've just never actually played it myself. So we get to see how that spirals out of control. Probably isn't going to surprise me much, but, you know, we'll see how it goes, and we'll just get there, okay? So let's begin. Welcome to Amor Fati. Oh, I have to enter my name. I'll just be Hallie, thanks. Okay. The first act of this mod is rewrite of Vanilla Act 1. You mean a rewrite of Vanilla Act 1? Do you want to skip it? Oh god. Well, here's the thing. It's part of my evaluation to see as much of the mod as I can, right? And, truth be told, I actually did play a demo of this a while back. For Signer to see, he wanted my advice in general things and whatnot, and like, not gonna lie, his Act 1 was pretty freaking awful, but I guess we'll see if it improved at all since then, eh? Yeah, we're not gonna skip Act 1, and for you peoples at home watching the video series or whatever, you can probably just skip ahead to when it like actually starts. I'll make sure to like name the video where the mod content properly begins so that you can like spot it in the playlist real easy. Sound good? Okay. I walk into Sayori's house and call out her name from the first floor. I don't see her around. She must be in her room. I'm coming upstairs, okay? I just want to know if you're okay. Her kitchen is identical to mine. I knock on her door. Hey, it's Hallie. I just came in to check up on you. I'll knock again, a bit harder. Please be sleeping in. Don't scare me, Sayori. I just need to know that you're feeling better. Please open the door and tell me you're alright. Still nothing from her. Waking her up in her own house. Well, she really leaves me no choice. I open her door and hope for the best. Say up. Oh no. She's dead. Oh my god. This is a nightmare. It has to be. I bite my tongue as hard as I can. The pain and taste of blood tells me otherwise. This is real. I failed my best friend, and she needed me the most. There's no going back. What kind of friend was I? Forget the festival and the club. I don't care anymore. My head enters a vacuum. I can hear my own pulse in my ears. I fall to the ground and watch the room spin as the world around me fades into darkness and ceases to exist.
Hey!
What the hell? What was that? Was that a dream? No. It was too real not to be.
I overslept again! But I got you this time!
I'm getting a strange sense of deja vu from this. Sayori?
What is it, Hallie?
I feel like I should be saying something, but nothing comes to mind. Yeah, you did. Congrats. You caught up to me.
Hallie, you look like you've seen a ghost. Are you okay? I hope I didn't scare you that badly.
Oh no, I just had a bad dream this morning and you caught me off guard.
Well, you've got nothing to fear with me as your friend. By the way, Allie, have you...
Decided on joining a club yet?
Yeah, how'd you know?
Just a lucky guess. And since you're the vice president of the literature club, you'll probably want to drag me along.
Hey, I just thought it'd be nice to see you socialize so you don't end up becoming a NEET in college.
I'll go check one or two out today if it makes you happy. Making Sayori happy gave me the strangest sense of irony.
Okay, could you maybe check out my club if you have the time?
Sure thing, Sayori. What was it about that dream? And these strange feelings of irony and deja vu. Clubs. Something just isn't right. Maybe going to the literature club will help me figure it out.
Hello? Anyone home? What are you doing sitting here all alone, Allie?
Sayori, you caught me off guard. Again. What brings you here?
Well, I was gonna ask if you wanted to come to my club first.
Yeah, if it were the last club in the school.
Aw, come on. Please.
I already said.
Pretty please. Natsuki made cupcakes and stuff. And it'll be really fun with you around.
If it gets you to stop pestering me, then I'll go check it out. But just for today, okay?
Yay, let's go!
Why do I agree to these things with Sayori? This club will be the end of me. I fall by her side, my only motivation to be through with it and go home.
Are you ready? Don't worry, they won't bite you. But maybe I will.
Sayori.
Just kidding. Everyone, I brought a new member.
The first thing I notice walking in is that the literature club has no boys, which would make me the only one. My mind moves immediately towards anime. I force myself back into reality. Way to kill the atmosphere.
Ugh, you brought... Hey, that's my line.
I guess great minds think alike.
Like I'd ever want to think like some dumb boy like you. Don't worry about Natsuki, Hallie. She just gets a little snappy sometimes.
It's nice to finally meet you, Hallie. Sayori always refers to you in high praise. My name is,
Yuri, right? Sayori tells me you're the smartest one in the whole club. Yuri hides her face in a book. Damn it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Sometimes I jump the gun.
It's okay. Hello, Hallie. It's good to be in the same classroom with you again.
Yeah, I remember we had a class together last year, right?
Time sure flies, huh? Welcome to the literature club.
Yeah, thanks, Monica. This club, it feels so familiar. I remember class with Monica. Was I in a class with Yuri and Natsuki too?
What are you looking at? If you got something to say, just say it. Don't waste my time.
Natsuki's just cranky right now. But she's full of energy most of the time, so don't take it personally or anything, Hallie. And it seems like you already know Yuri. I'm sure you two will get to know each other a lot better while in this club.
I don't know about that, Sayori.
So the little one is snappy and the other one is more calm, collected, and shy. It doesn't seem like either are open to socializing.
And there's Monica. You two have already met, right?
Mm-hmm. It was actually an accident on the part of the school, but we ended up in the same math class. I guess you could call it chance encounter.
It's true that Monica and I shared class, but we hardly ever even talked. She was by far the most popular girl in the class. She was smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically, the kind of girl who doesn't date losers like me. Sure, I think you'd call it that.
Why don't you come and take a seat? There's one either by me or Monica. I'll go get the cupcakes.
Hey, I made them, so I'll go get them.
Sorry, I got excited.
Natsuki stands up and walks over to a tray covered in foil. Can I just say this ambiance is a little bit unnerving? Meanwhile, Yuri walks over to another table with a pitcher of steaming hot water, pouring water into 5 teacups. Natsuki comes back and lifts the foil cover to reveal a dozen light fluffy cupcakes decorated like kittens, as Yuri returns with tea for each club member. The smell is strong and earthy, and contrasts nicely with the sweet air of Natsuki's baked goods.
Ah, they look so adorable.
Just take one already.
Sayori was the first one to grab a cupcake, followed by Monica, Yuri, and myself. Before I could even take my first bite, Sayori was already halfway through hers with icing on her cheeks. Probably want to put a comment there.
This is so good. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, the taste is better than the cafes I go to, and the presentation is very well done. Well, you know, if you think these are good, just wait until you taste my holiday cupcakes.
I continue to look at the cupcake, thinking about how best to go about eating it.
Well, are you gonna take a bite or what?
Sorry, they're so well decorated, it almost feels wrong to eat them.
Just eat it.
At Natsuki's insistence, I quickly take a bite, disregarding the icing on my face. The girls are right, it really is better than any cupcake I've had, sweet and flavorful. This is really good, Natsuki, thank you.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I made them for you or anything.
I feel like I've heard this before. I thought you did, technically. Sayori said...
Well, I wasn't expecting a boy to join the club.
Alright, alright. I dismiss Natsuki's strange and Sunder-esque logic and look over at Sayori, who is taking a sip of tea. She has a disgusted look on her face.
Look, it's so bitter.
Sayori takes another bite of her cupcake. Yuri reaches over and hands Sayori 2 sugar cubes. So they let you keep a whole tea set in the clubroom?
Yes, the teachers have given us permission to have one. Besides, doesn't a good cup of tea improve the experience of reading an engaging book?
I don't know. Never really tried reading and drinking tea.
Don't leave yourself intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you is all. That's not true.
Insulted, Yuri looks away. Hey, don't worry so much. I may not personally enjoy reading and tea as a pastime, but I can appreciate it. Yuri lightly smiles at me.
Thank you, Hallie. So, Hallie, what made you consider joining the literature club?
Oh no, I had a feeling this question would come up. Well, Sayori seemed to be happy here, so I figured I might as well come check it out. What could go wrong, right? It seems like a very lax club.
Don't feel embarrassed. You're a good friend to explore and try out your interests. And don't worry. As president of the club, I'll make sure you and everyone here feels welcome and give us something fun and exciting to do every day.
You know, I'm honestly surprised. What made you start your own club? You were the leader of the debate club last year, weren't you? Why switch gears?
To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica really is a great leader, isn't she?
Yuri and Natsuki nod in agreement. I slowly nod my head as well. With a president like you, I'm surprised more people haven't joined.
Well, the truth is that not many people have an interest in literature. You really have to try to make this seem fun and worthwhile, or else they'll look at another club that would be more enjoyable for them. Like, for example, the anime club. This makes events like the festival much more important. And I'm sure we can really make this club grow before the year ends. Right, everyone?
Yeah.
We'll do our best.
You bet! Everyone seems so excited. All these girls interested in the same goal. Where have I seen this before? This sense of deja vu is gnawing at my brain. Am I the only one feeling this? Should I ask? If my memories are telling me anything, this club is the least of my worries. Does anybody know what day it is?
Huh? It's Tuesday. Why do you ask?
Are you sure it isn't Monday? Was the festival canceled?
The festival isn't until next week.
Don't you remember making the pamphlets with Sayori, Monica? And Natsuki, you baked cupcakes. You already made a banner. You remember that, right?
Hallie? Are you feeling alright?
Are you sure you're okay? You weren't looking so good this morning either.
I think about telling her, but the words don't come. How could I possibly tell Sayori what I saw? It would only scare her. No. I had a terrible nightmare, but the details are fuzzy. All I know is that it was the day of the festival. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm just overthinking things. I should try to relax.
I think you should. I'd hate for you to lose your mind over a silly dream.
Yeah, you're right. It was just a bad dream. Nothing more, nothing less.
You know, Hallie, you don't have to stay if the club is making you uncomfortable or anything.
I'm fine, Monica. I just need a breather. I walk near where Natsuki keeps her manga collection and take a few minutes to collect my thoughts. I walk back and sit next to Yuri.
So, Hallie, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, I haven't read much in a while. Well, I'm not sure if it interests you or anything, but I do like manga. Natsuki's head perks up for a moment as if she wants to say something.
I see. That would be more of Natsuki's preference. I've read one or two just to see what it's all about. I suppose it isn't for everyone. I take it you don't read much?
Well, I'm sure that can change. So what do you like to read?
Well, I have a fondness for novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Ones where the creativity and craftsmanship go towards weaving plot lines over an intricate canon. But I also enjoy a book with deep psychological moments as well. I've been indulging in a lot of horror myself lately.
Yuri goes on. At this point, she's lost me, although it says a lot more about my ability to keep up than hers to explain things.
I wouldn't think you'd be into that sort of thing, Yuri. I guess you could say that, Monica. But if a story really immerses me, then I just have to keep reading it.
Ugh, I don't like horror.
Oh, why's that, Natsuki?
Well, one thing that bothers me, I don't get... Never mind.
Oh, I see. You prefer cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
No! What makes you think that? I have good taste, you know.
Didn't you leave a scrap of paper behind after our last club meeting? A poem called...
Don't say it! I want it back.
Yeah.
Your cupcakes and your poems. You like things that are as cute as you are, huh, Natsuki? I'm not cute at all.
You write your own poems, Natsuki?
Doesn't everyone sometimes? Why do you care anyway?
I think that's pretty impressive. Why don't you share them?
You wouldn't really like them.
I see. Not a confident writer yet?
I can see where Natsuki is coming from. It takes a lot of courage to share something like that. You have to open yourself up, exposing your weaknesses, putting the deepest reaches of your heart and the darkest bits of your mind in the hands of your readers. It sounds like you've been doing some writing of your own, Yuri. Maybe if we can read some of your work, it would help Natsuki feel more confident in her own. I don't know about that.
Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay, everyone. I have an idea.
We all ask what it is.
Why don't we all go home and write a poem tonight? We can have a peer review session at our next club meeting. That way we can all be even. Monica.
I like that idea.
Wait. I never actually said I would join this club.
Oh, I see.
All four girls look at me, their faces crestfallen. I'm almost defenseless against them. Almost defenseless? You mean you aren't actually defenseless? How can I possibly decide when faced with this? I gulp. I've made up my mind. As if on cue, all four of their faces light up. I'll join the literature club.
Yay, I'm so happy, Hallie.
You really scared us for a moment.
If you really had just shown up for a cupcake, I would have been pissed.
It's official then. Welcome to the literature club, Hallie.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Well, I think that wraps everything up. We can end our club meeting here. And everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to present tomorrow. Hopefully something more than a list of words.
Haha, Monica glances over at me as though it were my first time. But now that I think about it, can I really impress them with my below-average writing skills? My thoughts are interrupted by Sayori's chatter.
Well, Hallie, since we're both here, do you maybe want to walk home together?
How could I forget? Of course, Sayori, let me just get my stuff.
Yay!
With that, Sayori and I depart and walk back home. Thinking about the four girls, my mind wanders between them. If I make the best of my circumstances, good fortune will find me. And that starts with writing a poem tonight. But something about this gives me a really strange feeling. Something about Sayori worries me. Oh, we're just gonna skip it. Well, I guess that makes sense. This mod isn't about routes or nothing, so...
Glad to see you again, Hallie. It's good to see you're doing better.
Concerning what?
You looked really stressed and tired yesterday. I'm glad you were able to turn it around.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
As Monica resumes her duties, I notice Yuri come up to me.
It's good to see you again. I know this might not be all too comfortable for you yet, and that this might be a bit stressful for you, but our safe haven is your safe haven.
Thank you, Yuri. It means a lot to hear that.
Oh, cut the crap, Hallie. I bet you were just acting stressed in hopes that one of us would feel bad for you. Sayori says you've never acted this way before.
And what's your problem? So what if I act slightly out of character every once in a while? I can't control it. I'm sure you have your moments, too.
Never mind.
Natsuki, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. It's rude to make judgments like that at face value. I'm sure you don't appreciate it when someone calls you a sundair.
Excuse me?
Oh, okay.
Now, do you see what I'm talking about?
Natsuki starts to look nervous. I'm guessing she didn't expect Monica to go this far. I can't help but feel bad for Natsuki. I didn't mean for this to happen. I should at least try to make it right. Natsuki, it's alright. I'm sure you had your reasons to feel that way about me. I mean, it is weird being the only boy in an all-girls club. What are the odds? I'll just stay on the other side of the room for you. Deal?
It's all right, Hallie. I didn't mean to be so hard on you. Then why did you go out of your way to insult him? I was testing him, Monica. You can't expect everyone who joins to be passionate about literature. This is coming from the person who reads manga. Manga is literature! You just don't get it.
Husky sits back in her seat. I guess I won't hear anything else from her.
Don't worry, Hallie is at his best when he's helping out. There is no person as dependable as him when it comes to helping out. Sometimes he comes over to help with cooking, cleaning, and homework, or even just to hang around with me.
Oh god. That's kind of a cool effect. I was taken aback by a blurry vision of a silhouette hanging on a noose. Their cries remind me of Sayori. I feel guilt looming over me as the cries persisted. But what does it all mean? Before I could ponder any further, the thought vanished into thin air like a forgotten dream.
Hallie? Earth to Hallie, do you read?
Yeah, come there too.
Hallie!
Yes, I do read.